Love isn't what we say, but how we show it. But what happens when the way we give it doesn't match the way we receive it? Welcome back to Off the Scripts, and today we're diving into the topic of the 5 love languages.
I'm co-host Taylor.
And I'm your host, John. And today we have 2 special guests with us. Welcome, Faith and Mackenzie.
Hello, hello.
Hey, nice to have you guys. Nice to be here.
Starting off with the 5 love languages, words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, physical touch.
Now, just trying to do like a little study about it. After reading, I kind of discovered that the 5 love languages were generated by this guy called Gary Chapman in 1999. He was providing some type of marital advice to this couple, and somehow from that he created this theory that if couples were more aware of their specific love language, they would be able to have like a more successful relationship, if you will. So like that's where the whole 5 love language thing comes from. So of course, they developed this test down the line. They developed this test, and everybody began to like configure what their love languages were. So from studies, it actually did benefit a lot of couples when it came to like them being more successful, if you will.
Yeah, making it easier for them.
Right.
Okay.
But of course, that's 1999. Times have changed definitely now. So new studies have shown by this guy named Hickman. New studies have shown that it is beneficial for each individual, each partner to know their love language, but it's really the 5 traits that you wanna know about your partner to be more successful. And not just about your partner, I guess you would say, just even about yourself as well. So Hickman's theory was that if it is imperative for every couple to understand the 5 love languages or the love language of their partner, but to understand the 5 traits of your partner ultimately leads to a more successful relationship.
Yeah.
And so the 5 traits that he quoted were extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, emotional stability, and openness. And like I mentioned, he better predicted that the relationship satisfaction would be ultimately like 100% if you were more aware of each of your 5 traits as opposed to just your love language. That's better. If I think about it, I don't know if I've ever thought about my 5 traits like this.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has. That's a whole other level of
thinking about this stuff.
Who you are.
It's in depth.
Yeah.
It's definitely in depth.
Yeah.
Now, if you think about extroversion, per the definition,
it's giving where's the Webster dictionary?
Like it's also from definition, it's giving like ways your willingness to go out versus staying in.
Yeah.
And if you understand that, okay, my partner, I would say for me, my partner likes to go out and I like to be in the house.
Yeah.
I just have to be okay with him being outside sometimes and me being in the house.
What's that? Is one of those traits.
Yeah. I go outside when I want to, but otherwise I'm in the house.
So is that I don't want to sound like crazy, but is that more like a introvert or extrovert?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Along the lines of understanding which one is which, who you are.
Yeah.
Mind you, we read the definition.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I've always considered myself a social introvert, right? Like, or a social introvert. Because I can definitely be social. Like, I'm there. But if it's a preference, I'd rather, yeah. I'm okay with just being to myself, like at home, just chill vibe. But I mean, I think it's more because of my career. Like, I have to be social.
Yeah, you have to speak to people.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to be the industry. Yeah. That's what we have to do.
That's true. So. Stand behind, and then as a hairstylist, sometimes we have to literally come like semi-therapists, with some of our clients because they want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not just enough to have listening here, especially if we can relate to what they're talking about.
You gotta respond.
Yeah, facts. So I would say like, well, don't do it, right? So I would say like, if you think about it in that way, my husband and I, he's definitely an introvert. Like, he ain't gotta be fucking with you. He don't have he don't have to be bothered with you at all. But it is like, if it's just him and I, we could be out all day. Yeah, we could be out.
Maybe it speaks to the level of comfort you have with somebody.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think that's like a big part in everybody. You know, you go around with somebody for the first time, or group of people, you know, or you just dating somebody for the first time, you just be reserved. You know, they're not like after me. Yeah, you can't give them too much of you. Yeah, you're quiet. Yeah. So he's not. He ain't even like, if we're sitting in a room and if we have to talk about anything, he's definitely gonna put that whole conversation on. Because that's just who he is. Even he has friends, but you know, like he ain't that person. So if you think about extroversion, I guess we match in that instance because we both rather just be ourselves.
But it works for the both of you.
Yeah, but it works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Opposites attract. Sure. Weird.
Which is so weird. I never understood it. I never understood stuff right.
Facts. Agreeableness. Hey Google. Define agreeableness.
According to Wikipedia, agreeableness is a personality trait referring to individuals that are perceived as kind, sympathetic, cooperative, warm, honest, and considerate.
I encourage people. Like, no, that's real. Sometimes too agreeable. If I'm gonna say something, especially if you're thinking about the sense of being kind. Sometimes I'm too kind. Sad. And you know that whole saying, people take your kindness for weakness, like shit's serious.
No, that's real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's a thing.
Very real.
And a lot of people mistaken us for not wanting to be confrontational. You know what I mean? And just having a kind heart. Yeah. As like, oh, like soft or like, you know. Yeah. But it's not that. It's literally a trait. Like, to be kind is a skill.
I feel like people took the saying, treat others how you want to be treated.
Right.
They did not take that seriously. I took it seriously, but not everybody did.
Or it's like, you know how people take certain scriptures in the Bible and it's only relevant per the situation. Yeah. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, okay, yeah, like in this instance, when I'm not treating you the way you desire to be treated, and this is my response to how you're treating me now. It's now like, oh, treat people how you want to be treated.
Right. I changed my personality to fit the situation.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
Oh, no, you can't see.
Now you upset.
But being kind and being agreeable, I'm assuming is definitely a good trait to have.
Yeah.
It is required. Especially when you're talking about a love language and dating somebody. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about earlier, like it's not just dating somebody isn't just the surface of like just being the physical, being there in the physical flesh, and just to know somebody. And then like we're getting in depth, like you're talking about
psychological, mental.
Yes.
It's a whole thing.
So just imagine it. Could you be in a relationship with someone that wasn't agreeable? Like being an introvert is one thing. You know, that we could do it.
Right.
But to be agreeable, to be kind, to be understanding, to be there and present in that space and time for your partner. You know what I mean? Like, is that yes or no for you?
It's a no, for sure. You have to be understanding and go there with me for me to, you know what I mean? Really give. You can't. How are we gonna make it work if you're not understanding things that I'm telling you and that we're going to? How is that gonna work? We're not here. You have no empathy for what I'm dealing with or for what I say, my feelings or my take on anything. That's not fair to me.
It's not. Damn. Don't you say it like that?
Yeah, I would say no as well because you never know who you come in contact with. You know what I mean? Like you can date somebody of a different race, of a different background, and that person has to be open to learning about you and your background. And have to be understanding that is what's been instilled in you. Although yes, this is me growing and trying to build a relationship with you. So I have to be understanding of your stuff and where you come from and what you stand 10 toes down on. Because you have to when it comes to me as well. Yep.
So are you saying
I think that's
Like, can you truly care for me
exactly
if you do not understand where I come from?
no.
putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
it's very important?
It is. It's very important. And it's a process. It's not easy. It's not just something that's gonna come in 3 months, 6 months. It can come in 5 years, 10 years, 25. People that's been married for 25 plus years, they still learning.
Yep.
Because because as you get older, things change, the world change. Every 4 years, get a new president. So, although yes, we have that background that was instilled in us from childhood, from birth, from where my mama was, we have that instilled in us. But as we get older, things change.
I'd like to say that your upbringing is great. Because you mapping out a better, successful future for yourself.
Yes.
To
Agreed.
know where you come from and what developed who you are today, it ultimately lets you know, okay, well, I need to alter this. Because even for myself, self-reflection is crazy. Especially after so long, you feel like, okay, I've been doing this because it's what you normalize. You know what I mean? You don't think you're doing anything wrong until you haven't faced it.
Or sometimes it takes somebody else to make you aware.
Dating alone.
Yes.
Will make you see yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like, I
No, you are absolutely correct. Like that is the truth. That's 100%.
But thankfully, we are both in a space where, like you said, we can understand each other and truly get to know each other from uh, another realm, if you will, to really be successful at the end of the day. We've been together for 13 years. That is taking like hell of sacrifice. But and then listening.
What's the main thing in that? You guys both wanted it.
Yeah.
You can't make anything work without the other person wanting it.
They say
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's been 5 years now, and we've been married. It's not all rainbows and sunshine all the time, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it does take two tango. So as long as we both want it, it's worth it. Yeah.
Now, clearly, I call him my husband, but he's not my husband yet. I just think ever since day one, we've always been my husband.
And will forever be.
Yeah, I'm going to say 10 years to come along marriages and shit like that.
Yeah, they will.
I'm going to say they are truly married. So I'm not sure. Like, a lot of people like to say marriage is just documentation. You know what I mean? But I mean, some people say becoming married to someone and tying that knot is like becoming one.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different than being two separate souls in one relationship.
It's what you make it.
Yeah.
Like they say, happiness is this, love is that. It's really what you make your
That's
that ideal or that word.
for your effort.
It is what make it.
Facts.
That's it.
Hey Google, define conscientiousness.
Here's the definition of conscientiousness: the quality of wishing to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly.
So putting your all into something.
Yeah. I would say into the relationship.
So when we're talking about conscientiousness, whatever it is that you put your mind to, I'm assuming like if you're putting yourself in a relationship to love someone and to be there for them, and you're dedicating that your time and effort to that, your willingness to successfully get that done for the relationship to benefit from them. I'm assuming is a way to just kind of like, apply it to love languages and relationships.
Or at least to understand your partner.
Yeah.
Because even you said like you have to learn your traits, but I think you need to learn your partner's traits too.
Very
conscious.
Yeah.
Of who you're dealing with.
I think honestly you're better at that be a partner than me. I overstood. No, for real. Yeah. I'm still learning.
Well, like I think it's now.
Yeah. I think I'm still learning. Um, yeah, I think I'm a quick learner, but at the same time, I can be naive. So, it is.
Everyone's can be when it comes to love.
Yeah, that's me just in general. But specifically, but
That makes me think about that. Because I mean, I love her. You know what I mean? I'm hopeless romantic. So it's crazy. I assume because I know how I want to be loved, that the way I put that out there is the authentic way to do so, right? So for me, it's no limits. Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
If I say I love you,
Yeah.
I love you, and I don't tell everybody that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm riding with you. I was about to say something else, but I'm riding with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I don't know where it came. Oh, I do know. Me being a foster parent, forced me to see individuals, just people,
Mm-hmm.
in a different light. Triggers, perception, understanding, like me having to cater or care for a child
Yeah.
completely changed my thought process when it came to thinking about an individual, period. Going through those training classes and developing ways to understand a person's psychological standpoint is crazy. I always say understanding is key. You can't truly be successful at anything if you don't understand. That's kind of like, like this kind of like just being in the space and you don't know what's going on for real life. How can you thrive truly?
Yeah.
You will not find me in a room full of politics talking about
Anything.
because what baby? Now, when it comes to standard issues that may or may not affect me, like being a homeowner and taxes and stuff like that, definitely, I'm gonna give you that. I've researched this. I'm aware. You know what I mean? I'm not even fit. You feel me? So when it comes to my relationship with my husband, it's imperative for me to know how he thinks, like who he is, because a lot of times we get upset about stuff that we have no business even getting upset about.
Because you already know.
Like, and if you don't know what are you doing?
Yeah.
Or what have you been?
I know, and he
Exactly.
hates it. He hates it. I know that they're like that's my hand. So now it's like certain times, certain situations. Now I don't even have to have a conversation with him. I already know how to go.
But understand
But and it took me to get there.
your willingness.
First 5 years, I was still understanding. It's imperative to remember now. A lot of these things being characters. So you truly don't get to know who a person really is until you get to live with them, or you've been with them for so many years and they don't hop down their character, they can't hold it for too long.
Or shit hits the fan.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, what? They gonna show that whole.
Yes. And I'm a firm believer that you gonna show your true colors.
At some point.
Yeah. At some point you gonna show your true
Maybe
colors.
like,
Yeah.
got it.
So you ain't got time. I don't even have time to remember how I treated you last week.
What? Last week?
So to be trying to live this false life or this false narrative or to even I can't. It gets nowhere. And then but then that's I guess that also deals with if you want to be serious about your relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
How invested are you into, like, actually, not even that. First of all, what is your ultimate goal in life?
Facts.
Do you want to be the single person? Do you want to just be I'm trying to have this much 6-figure female, male, no kids, this business, that business, my hands in there, my foot in there.
Yeah.
What is your ultimate goal in life?
Facts.
So when you get laid to rest, you can say, I done did my due diligence.
Yeah.
I know my ultimate goal. Yeah. That's my ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? So if you know your ultimate goal, what are you willing to push yourself through to get there?
Mm-hmm. But
Because at the end of the day,
we said everybody got a breaking point.
Everyone has
Yeah.
it.
but at the same time, for you to say, okay, maybe I can't handle it.
Experience is the best teacher.
Maybe I can take it.
Mhm.
It would be more than compared.
At the end
It's
of the
crazy.
day.
But what we will do, trying to please flesh so much, is put ourselves in so many situations that we were not even meant to be in. And then we develop ill feelings and like, oh my God, all these fuck niggas in the world, like, oh my God,
That's what the big woman is. That's why they where they are.
Mm-hmm. But you have to become like you have to be aware of what you put yourself in. Take accountability. You want to
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
So because you chose to go be accountable. Because you chose to be with someone, especially when we have so many red flags.
Right.
And we still
We still go through the red flags. Like, I didn't see that.
And even if you see the red flag and you have a conversation with that person, you communicate. Now that person can throw a red flag one time. Fool me once.
Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
Shame on me.
Okay, you can't fool me 3 times because J. Cole said. Okay. Right?
That part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first time, I'm gonna bring it to you. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
Right. The second time it ain't gonna be. No, exactly. Because now it's your words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's still traumatizing. It's still stressful. It's still a mental thing.
But yeah, that's major.
Okay.
That is so crazy. Dang, I never really thought about it like that.
You gotta stop playing with people.
You gotta stop playing with.
Exactly. And if that person is showing you that they're not willing to understand you or even get and understand it, it's in the Bible. It says read for understanding.
Yeah.
Those not the exact words, but it is, a quick description.
What quick description, man?
Quick description.
So, you know what I'm saying? You have to want to understand that person that you know?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's getting to that ultimate goal in life.
Like, who truly want, like, not so sure, who truly want to say something?
When you
Who truly want to say something?
You have to know your ultimate goal. I feel like I thought about, okay, this is kind of, and I can't speak for single people right now, but like I feel a lot of people who are single say like that they want this, they want something out of a partner, they want all these things. But I feel like you have to be comfortable being with yourself first and like figuring out this is my ultimate goal. Like you said,
first know what you want.
Yeah. And then if you distract and then the storm and all this stuff, trying to figure that out,
you don't know what
you don't need to bring that on anybody else.
No.
That's it.
You don't even have a clear understanding of what it is that you do.
And I literally just said this in the car.
You don't have a
so selfish for you to interject yourself in a relationship and hold your partner accountable for making you happy. Like in that sense, you got to be 100% with yourself.
Yeah.
Before you call yourself trying to even love somebody else. Yeah. And at the end of the day, and I think that comes with us being in our age and loving it, the age we loving it. Mm-hmm. Like now, we ain't accepting like who? We're not accepting that. You feel me? Like it's one thing, and then in my sense, I'm thinking about all the extra stuff. Like I choose. It's one thing to cook for you, nigga, clean up behind you. You know what I mean?
You need my part
and then I gotta be there for you and handle all of your emotional, like, you know what I mean? And then especially when you don't make the right decisions for yourself.
Then that falls back.
You know what I mean? Like that's tough. That's tough to take on somebody else's. And Will Smith said it before in an interview that he feels as if every partner should be 100% within themselves before trying to provide any type of love and support.
Yes. Yeah. Agree.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
No.
Maybe at this point, trying to love somebody, you truly don't even know how to love if you can't love yourself. Mm-hmm. And that alone is going to help you be successful in that relationship even when it comes to setting boundaries for yourself. Because being with this person, they're a total different individual. You know what I mean? You're both gonna have to teach each other how to love each other, or the standards you have set, the boundaries you have set for each other. Before, when I first got with my husband, it wasn't no girl. I just dove into that. I was washing his clothes first week, child. 100% authentic. Like I literally, and in our apartment complex, we literally have like washing like connections in our apartment. Yeah. So I would have to walk to the washer, out to the washer. The first week. At that point, he hadn't even moved me.
Well, you know, it's Kevin.
But I'm aware, though, right? I'm aware. Like as a child, I suffered with acceptance. The two major people I've always wanted to accept me for who I was. This is prior to who I even knew who I was before. You know, I was dismissed by them. You feel me? So it's scary. It's scary because that forced me to put everything into any relationship I had, regardless of what was going on. And then here I am. And then this sometimes because I'm human. It's in certain situations where I'm not supposed to be in, you know, I'm gonna
good pushing out.
Yes. And here I am damaged because
They're not getting
I'm just trying to be accepted. That's my first goal, for you to accept me. You know what I mean? I over exalt myself.
Yeah.
Just trying to, you know what I mean? But I'm aware.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But without the self-awareness part.
Yeah.
Expecting another person to give them that back.
Yeah.
You can't expect that nowadays. People
But being aware allowed me to take that pressure off of my husband.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of, I would like fuss with him a lot about like not assisting me with certain things, like washing clothes, whatever. You know what I mean? But I would have to understand, like, you do the most. And that's because you want him to accept you. That's your issue.
Yeah.
Not his.
Yeah.
Exactly. So to be aware of that allowed me to fix that shit for myself. That allowed me to take the pressure off my husband in a major way. So I definitely feel like it's major to be self-aware. It's major to know your partner, and it's imperative to have a partner that is also as self-aware as you are.
Yeah.
So that we can all love in a truest form.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So another one of the traits that we wanted to go over was emotional stability.
That plays a part in the last two words. Being stable.
Just
You
gotta
know what I mean?
you gotta be stable. You gotta be 100% with yourself. If therapy is what you need, baby girl, the stigmatism
It's great.
For everybody.
Oh, yeah.
When people rather talk to their hairdresser, their barber, that does their nails, like, you're doing therapy right now for free.
Yeah.
Someone that has the tools that can actually share.
You literally talk to your friends about the same thing.
Just go to someone that has tools.
it's scary talking to your
Yes.
friends.
Of a professional. It's good to have that professional look because that's somebody that don't know.
Unbiased opinion.
Yes.
That's number one.
Yeah.
It's very unbiased, and it's also from another set of eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's another set of eyes looking into you.
Only thing that has, actually, I'm not really like to stand first, like, oh my God, like, we don't need to. Well, you know,
We are. If you're listening and you're black, get you some service. When you was 5 years old and you held it up. Let it go. God. No.
And with that, we're taught to be resilient.
Yeah.
And
it's our culture.
Okay, just because, it is our culture. And just because we're resilient doesn't mean we don't need it. Because me going to see a therapist, I even talk myself into like, oh, wait, like, I don't know. I like it's like something.
It's like self-awareness. Like they actually have the tools to open a door that you were so reluctant to open. Yeah.
It's imperative to understand your ability too, though. Like, we all don't have the ability to, you know what I mean? And knowing your upbringing, we everybody's not presented with everything. So we all are not given the tools to have a better emotional and mental connection with ourselves. You know what I mean? With traditions and then the way we were brought up, you know what I mean? That stuff is it really harmed a lot of us. In a sense, you could think that's against it.
Without even going on.
No,
Without even going on.
No, for sure. Yes, absolutely.
We will get in certain situations. We was just saying this in the car. We will get in certain situations, and it'll be good for us. But then we don't know. You know what I mean? Like something will trigger that. Oh, and then we shut down. Or
In account that mode. Baby.
You're in fight. It's like fight mode, right? Fight is like a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. After I took that test, it's so crazy. After I took that test, I was waiting on my kids to get to me. I was picking up my kids from my auntie. And I was like, let me tell her to take this test. I was like, hopefully she can't wait to test. But I took the test and I was going through it, and I took, some screenshots and stuff like that. But I was like, take your ass home and talk to your man. And express yourself in a different way that you've never expressed yourself.
Oh,
that's the whole
I like
point.
that.
That's the whole point.
And sometimes when you are in, you're married. So you're married. When you're what now? I don't know, baby, what your status is, but when you're in a relationship with somebody, you have those weeks of going hard. Everything is good. No arguments, no nothing. Everything is blissful.
Copacetic.
And then
one thing can rock the whole.
Yeah. No, it's really be
Wow,
like
excited.
a little rock, a little pebble, and it's just be like, it should be like,
Bing bang.
now you want to go and do this.
yeah.
But it's like, it puts you in a different mind space, and then it's like, you can, we're grown.
How did the talk with him go though? Like, what did it make you want to talk to him about? Or you mentioned that you needed to express yourself better. So like, how did you learn your love language and you going through the test help you with expressing that? Like whatever you need to express.
Okay, so my partner has always told me that I am very reluctant to have deep conversations.
Okay.
Okay? I am a Capricorn.
I just think that.
Hold on, wait. I am a Capricorn. We ain't the same as December. Just,
Y'all not.
That's true.
The December's so crazy. I know because I'm married to one.
Okay.
But y'all crazy too. Hey. Y'all just a different type.
Psychological warfare. Those January caps will mind fuck you to the end. You gotta know.
So I just, I was like, okay. Because mine, let me double check. Let me check the seats. Let me go back. I gotta really go back. Mine is, which I didn't know, because sometimes everybody really need to take this test, because your style of expressing love, like, it's very different than what we think love language is. A lot of people say physical touch is your love language, gifts is your love language, words of affirmation. This was different for me. So when it pulled up what it said, I was like,
Me?
oh.
You sure?
Are you sure? But I had to read it, and then when it gave me my secondary expressing love, I was like, okay, yeah. Because I feel like this year I am actually stepping into what it is that I personally want to do in life.
For myself.
For me, in my personal space. But it says nurturing communication. And I was like, okay, I have to think about it. I was like, oh. What does that mean?
It's weird for you.
Because you know me. You know? We done had our conversations. We done had our hair appointments, and I've been expressed, you know what I'm saying? Because you know this, you know, we've had our conversations about the current relationship that I am in. And still in. So I was like, oh, nurturing communication. Put it up. Yeah, can I get the expert, the doctorate?
Yeah.
Definition. Yeah, seriously. And I was like, okay. So that, what it did was, after I read it, I said, okay, this is your love language. Until you find out what his is, you need to communicate in that manner. So I had to correct how I was acting. You know, within the past couple of weeks, I had to say, listen, I don't like this, you know, understand, blah, 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 blah. This is what I want. And of course, I also, on top of that, I am a physical person. So I'm just like, if we're laying up in the bed, I'm laying on you. And in 5 seconds, it says that as well. I'm going to sleep in 5 minutes. Because I'm comfortable. Yeah. I am a physical person. So if I love you, like you're my person. Yeah. So when we're close to each other, like when physical touch is a major thing for me.
Major.
So when you ain't kissing me, good morning or good night.
What's going on?
You don't love me, Belbo. No, that's it.
Let your phone. If I just got in the shower.
No, for real.
You know I got emotional. Why aren't you watching me? I'm confused. You should be very intrigued.
Because I use the body wash that you like.
Yeah, and those smells. That part.
Okay.
And I put those soap tonight.
Yeah,
So
like-
you already know it.
Yeah. It smells.
That was great.
Well, you know.
You want to complete grass because I have no.
Yeah. No booty. Okay. I'm glad you said that. I literally thought I was the only one that thought like that. Like,
Excuse you.
and sometimes I double bad.
You do the same thing as the
Now my other gamer, so when he on the game, he makes nothing.
Why?
But, come on,
Not
now.
too much on the game.
But no, like, long story short, it just made me, like, being that I was aware
Yeah.
of what it is that I need for expression, I was like, okay, let me go home and try this stuff.
Yeah. I'm glad that was the experience for you, because that literally leads us to our next space. Like, it's imperative for you to know your love language and it benefits your relationship so that y'all can be successful, right?
Yeah.
And then like, but how does that look and you've already answered it, like how does that look when it comes to you being able to express this to your partner? Because it's one thing to know it, but being aware of your own self, your own love language and your own traits and stuff, it makes it easier for you to express this to your partner. Okay, now I can sit down and say, okay, I don't like this. I would like you to handle this better. Or when you do this, this is how this would make me feel. You know what I mean? As opposed to, you just, because habits are habits. We all develop bad habits, but it's imperative to us for us to talk to our partners, figure it out, let them know. Because a lot of stuff you can't avoid if you just have, and that's a lot of things we don't do now when it comes to dating. Like, we don't talk no more. Everybody just,
Because it's uncomfortable.
yeah, like, you need to ask them important.
But it's once you get to a comfortable setting, it gets uncomfortable.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
though, because the uncomfortableness is what causes you to grow. When you get uncomfortable,
That's when you're screwed,
and
bro.
it's like,
Maybe them tests come up.
But it's the judge.
It's the end of the year.
yeah, definitely. That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Having the being uncomfortable, get judged, and nobody wants to feel judged, even though they're going to tell you, "I don't judge you. I love you. I'm not going to think." But as soon as you tell them that, their facial expression changes or how they treat and changes.
The facial expression.
That ties in with emotional stability. I literally said this like
Yeah, the emotional, if you are, yeah.
emotional stability comes with not giving a care about how someone sees your progress, what you're going through, what and how you take what you're taking from it. That's your story. You learn at your own best. You gotta do what you gotta do for you. Nobody else can determine that or offer that for you. You know what I mean? But you gotta be stable enough for yourself not to let anyone knock you off your game.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you've made emotional stability. Emotional stability to you may not look like what it looks like to her right now. Granted,
Yeah.
you feel what I mean? And even when you get to her state or surpass,
Right.
it still may not look like that. But you're living within your truth and you're getting it and you're figuring it out for yourself.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, emotional stability also comes with first episode when y'all were talking about y'all were talking about self-care. You know what I'm saying? The way you care for yourself is how you become emotionally stable.
Yep, and on top of that, it'll show everyone else how you desire to be treated.
Exactly. So, like for me, because I was listening, because I watched it, I was like, let me watch this. And I was like, okay, they're talking about self-care, and I was like, ooh, I was like, one thing about me, and Ray, you know, I get my hair done on a frequently basis.
Okay.
And I'm a mother of two girls. So it's like, it's not just me, but it's my kids.
Yes,
so I'm also instilling in my kids, you get your hair done every month. You know what I'm saying? So I kept my nails done. I kept my hair done. You know what I'm saying? And it was times I was like, I remember I talked to you one time and I was like, when I was going to go get a wax for the first time. But those were self-care moments that I instilled for myself.
Yeah.
So that made me emotionally aware of me. You know what I'm saying?
You're not just a mom. You're
exactly.
Yeah.
So it also made me respect the time that I need for myself. But also, you know what I'm saying? Like, it matters to me. This is me. You know what I'm saying? This makes me happy. But I'm also doing it because it's like, I want you to see me too.
Right. I'm here. Eyes here. Eyes here.
I want you to see me too.
Yes.
I feel good, but you see me.
Right. But again, you're doing it for you, not everybody else.
No.
But still,
it's for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I look good, but I'm going to act, hey, I want you to think about this.
Right. Right. And that a lot of people see that as like, I don't need somebody else's approval. It's not that. It's more so, hey, I took the time to do this for myself or invest in me or put this on or smell this good or do this. How do you like it? How do you feel? What's your opinion? That's just a simple.
Yeah.
But I can't hear
I think that was about some of the simplest fragrances.
Yeah.
Ooh, but and jewelry
have to.
I think for me it's just it is smelling good. You know what I'm saying? Like
for me.
My boyfriend's mom had brought me this new fragrance that I've never from Bath and Body Works. He was like, "Oh, that smells good."
Nope.
No.
Why?
She's fat.
Yeah, and then one time we was walking through the mall, and I was like, listen, if you ever have to buy me anything, any perfume, I said, buy what you want me to smell like.
Yeah.
No, that's huge.
Don't buy what I want.
What you want?
Yeah, what you want me to smell.
Yeah, because I buy what I want. I buy what I want.
Oh, all the time. I know what I want.
Right.
How you want me to smell?
How do you want me to smell like?
I don't either, but
don't ask me what my favorite fragrance is. It's whatever you want me to smell like.
That's giving your partner a little bit of control.
Exactly.
Not really control, but a little bit of
input.
Yeah. I know you like Blue Chanel. I know that's what you like, baby. I know it. I know the cologne, baby. I know which one it is.
Yeah.
But it's what you want me to smell like, and that's what I want you to smell like.
I never thought about it like that.
I did. And so when I took him to smell the fragrance that I liked, he said, oh yeah, that smells good. I said, okay.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
Heard.
That's cute.
I want you to smell this fragrance. Tell me which drink.
And then you cock your neck back like this. And
Right.
Smell that.
Yeah. That's wild.
Did you take the test?
I did.
Okay, what were your results? I want to hear.
I was now looking at what I want for myself, in 2025 and going forward. Mine growth and support, and I had to really like dig into that a little bit, just because I was like, okay, what does this mean? And growth, of course, I'm always trying to be like the best version of myself. And then support, I had to go have a conversation with my husband too. Like, okay, look, like, especially with our business, I was like, okay, this is where I feel like I need help. Okay. If you can help me here, that would be great.
Oh, honey, I had this
conversation today. And so that helped. I was like, you have to pick up this slack for me because I'm busy. Like, can you do something for me? And I mean, honestly, having that conversation kind of opened up to him opening up to me of like, okay, well, I feel like I need you to let me have more input. That has evolved into us like collaborating on some other stuff and even just like me feeling more comfortable to open up to him about, okay, well, this is how I feel about this decision that you made. And he'll be like, okay, well, I didn't know you felt that way. I'm glad you shared that. And moving into just different aspects, I feel like that has opened communication up a little bit more for us. So we can have some more uncomfortable stuff. Now I'm still like navigating. Okay, let me choose my battles a little bit.
Choose them wisely.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm getting better at that. But that was like the first step to me being like, okay, I need support in these areas. And
this you'll learn the expertise.
Right, and so that's helping. That's actually helping me to grow myself. I've been able to be in class. Like I started back in school this semester. No issues. They're easy classes, but he gives me time to like do that. I'm like, okay, can you do this for me? Like while while I'm doing this.
Support.
And
then even being in school as an adult, it's hard. It ain't the same as it was when we was 10.
It's very different.
Yeah.
And then my second one was intellectual stimulation. So that kind of goes into me being in school. And I think him showing like some ambition when it comes to like his job, but also our business too. Like, okay, he's looking into different things that we can do, different things we can sell, stuff like that. So that's helpful. So I think taking this test actually helped me, I guess, open up about, okay, this is what I need. Yep. Are you able to survive this or not?
Did you share that with him?
Crazy. Now you know what I need to. Now you are aware.
Because
It's crazy.
But at the end of the day, like you said in the beginning, it's like, yes, if we are self-aware of our traits, our language, yes, I do believe that a lot of relationships will be 10 times different, 100 times different. I really do. Even in dating and change, take the steps.
Yeah.
Or what she says, I just want to know I just want to know what makes you kick. Yeah. What's your niche in your belt?
It's just a service. Because not knowing what you not that leads me to being with you and we actually spark our relationship and we're talking. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to learn you in a different way. Because I need to know what triggers you and then how you handle that. Yeah. When you're under pressure and then how you handle that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then when it comes to me having to lean on you for certain things like and how you handle that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being tested will truthfully show you the real example of like how to support your partner. You feel what I mean? And it's baby.
I had to learn it before I said it.
It's weird.
It is.
It's weird. My love language is emotional connection. Which is right. If you think about it, it's right. Because truthfully for me, I just want to be, I've always said to myself, like, I'm okay. I'm satisfied. You feel what I mean? Like, when it comes to materialistic things, or even just like, I'm okay. I can go and get whatever it is I want in this life. I just always desire a partner that's going to be there to support me. You feel what I mean?
Or just enjoying life.
Naturally, I'm emotional anyways. So to have, and I wear my feelings on my sleeves, literally. I wear my feelings on my sleeves. So, and I love hard. Like, I love hard. So, and then my love is truth. Like, I don't know.
And that's honest.
Yeah. I don't know no other ways.
That's
it's
honest.
kind of like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
But today makes you feel like you can't be honest.
I need,
Yeah.
You can't
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like, in the sense of like, okay, if I'm being honest with you, and every time I be honest with you, you keep me back with a selfish remark, or you can't truly, you're not setting yourself aside to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep you that too many times.
Yeah, I think that goes back to the vulnerability thing.
Yeah. Right.
If I'm being vulnerable with you and I can't tell that you're receiving this and you're not like going somewhere with this, like you're not using this information
for your understanding.
Correct. For your understanding.
And I'll even get it down, breaking it down.
Oh, I give you grace.
Because we all need to see. But I'm telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
You think I care? And the heat that's come with my emotional support, my emotional stability too. At this point, I don't even care if you don't care. I told you. That's why I said, yo.
Yeah, fair.
At this point, you are aware.
Once I told you.
You're aware.
Yeah. So at this point, take from that what you choose and do what you're gonna do.
Take heed to it.
Yeah, because I'm not doubling back. So I'm not doubling back. I got something for it. What's your love language?
Mine is touch.
Well, that's according to your sense.
I get it.
Yeah. I like to touch. And I like
So you like to fix it up.
Yes, toss over your shoulder.
Toss me really toast on it.
But no, I really mine is touch. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm like this. My mom is the total opposite. I'm 30.
That actually might be right.
And I still walk up to her and I'm like, can I have a hug? And she's like, no, get out of here. And I hope you're watching this because it's me and now the world knows that you don't like to hug me. But yeah. But yeah, I've always grown up with like physical touch. My mom was just kind of like, eh. So like I guess I craved that in a way. And if you're not, then going back to what we said prior to that, I'm somewhere like, so you don't love me no more. Like, I don't even think it's like, I'm just like,
yeah, it's like, what's going on?
Like, what
has transpired?
Right down there.
Like, no.
Like, yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but it has to be, it's physical touch. It really is. It's someone who cuddles with me, someone, like, let's play footsie.
Oh,
like,
that's
I love that. I'm just that person. I'm a big cuddle person. I like to hug. I'm just like I used to work in a dental office and and I had a patient that was crying, right? Because of her teeth. She just got her teeth done. She was in tears. And something in me just said, hug this lady. I didn't know her from Adam. I didn't know she was a hugger. Yeah. I just asked her, I was like, did you want to hug? Like, do you want to hug? And she's like, I would love it. And I came around the desk and just hugged her. Some people need that. And I'm big on that. Even if it's from random people, from my, significant other family. I'm a lover like that. I like to touch and be touched.
Oh.
That's just me.
That's different. I like to be touched, but
I'll touch you.
So truthfully, like I truly feel like it's imperative for everybody to know their own love language. So if you haven't already, we have shared the love language test in all of our bios on all of our platforms. Please take the time to take the test. As you can see, it is already like benefiting us from just knowing our love language. And know your partner's love language as well. If you want to get them to take the test as well, I feel like it's going to be imperative for those that's working on relationship growth and personal growth. Regardless, you need to know. And beyond just your love languages, also your 5 traits. To know where you stand with those traits also will help benefit per studies, will help benefit you having a better relationship, not only with your partner, but with yourself. You know? So before we get into the next topic, we're going to enjoy this word from our sponsor. The Chemistry of Zen is a home fragrance line that specializes in curating scents that invoke peace, happiness, and love. This Valentine's Day, we invite you to ignite your love with our 25% off signature beeswax and coconut massage candles. These candles are not only pleasantly scented, but skin safe, allowing you and your partner to get close and intimate. So you guys have to get in on this Valentine's deal that we have with our sponsor. This candle deal, you are receiving 25% off. You just have to enter the code VDAY25 during checkout. If you're just looking for an interesting way to spice up your Valentine's Day, gotta get one of these massage candles. We love them already, right?
I love them. I'm about to use one. I don't know who, but
There's a little something going on.
Well, okay, so I have a question. How do you think dating apps and like social media, and since remote from home and working from home is a huge thing nowadays, how do you think that impacts love languages or how people show them percent? How do you think that impacts them?
You know, when I was thinking about it, I was just like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to answer because, okay, so social media and dating, yeah. Because I feel like with social media and dating apps, like, it's it's so much out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's the societal standards
Yeah.
that run it all that just kind of like messes with it with me.
Yeah.
And so people develop ways of having relationships based upon what they view, things that they want per what they see online.
Yeah.
That to me ultimately feels like you're not connected with your loved one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if you do find this person that matches, you know, what you see online, like, do they fit the bill?
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know. For me, it's just kind of hard. It's kind of hard to kind of answer that.
I think when it comes to just certain apps like Tinder, when you match, usually matching off of, okay, their bio sounds great, they look good.
Yeah.
Let's match, see what happens.
Right.
And then you don't really get into conversations about, well, this is how I like to be loved, or this is how you
Like it's true conversation that you need to have.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
People get scared.
Yeah. Also, with in the alphabet game, mafia, whatever you want to call it, with our dating apps, it's kind of just like physical appearance, and you go off of like, there's a lot more available. If you're not it, there's somebody else.
And I'm talking about straight from the profile picture.
Yep.
No,
There's somebody else.
Especially in our community, baby, you could have a scratch.
Yeah.
And we just like, no thank you.
And this person could be literally a match.
You're a match.
Just like, oh, this don't look right. Or I don't like that profile.
And I'm not gonna call nobody's name, but I literally have a friend who always tells me, and I tell him the same thing, but we both kind of get it from our friends too. But like they always tell us like we have this thing for light skins, right? So I'm just like, I authentically I feel like it, the color doesn't matter, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's who you are inside.
Right.
But then truthfully, if I'm being honest with myself and viewers,
Unfiltered.
is
And raw.
I think where I win where I am now is the control. Because we're so opposite.
Okay.
I'm controlling. He don't give a fuck. I have no control. At least not physical control anyway. Catch that. So it's like that attracts.
Yeah.
Because now I got all the space to control. You feel what I mean?
Well,
And he'll let me. Just not to have to deal with certain stuff. You know what I mean? But that's the space. He don't care.
he doesn't care.
Yeah, that
Or
was
you do.
Yeah.
And it's opposites.
But I also feel like control for me is different because I trust myself with control.
Right.
Most people are selfish from the front, from the gate.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm automatically. It sounds funny. I ultimately do put myself first, but because I am who I am, the people matter to me.
Right.
So I will definitely put people ahead of myself occasionally to ensure that the mission is accomplished.
So my question with that is, you say, are you saying like control?
Love control is my thing.
So
If I are saying control, I feel like the world is coming to an end.
So are you saying straight out the gate, like, yeah, I like to be in control. I like to be in the driver's seat.
No, because I don't drive. No, I'm just playing. No, but literally, I don't drive. He's driving me a quick. But I mean, no, because in the beginning, okay, well, I know who I am, what I can bring to the table, right? Mm-hmm. But that's not to say if he is a person that likes to have a certain level of control, I wouldn't be able to allow that.
So you can relinquish it to someone.
I can definitely
like take charge
relinquish.
and
yeah,
okay,
100%.
You
know what I mean? But I wouldn't from the first. I wouldn't just be like, okay, nigga, I like to control. So if you can't let me have this, that, and the third, we ain't gonna work. No.
Okay.
No. Because with that, this is the catch. Mm-hmm. I desire not to have control in certain aspects.
Okay. That makes sense.
Especially, this is gonna break down too deep, I guess. But like, without damaging any ears. Fuck it, this raw and unscripted. When it comes to our family of people, our LGBTQ, when it comes to us, there are certain positions that we lean heavy on, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so boom. For me, I'm what you would consider what I want to be. Like it would be more of a versatile type of situation.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, in the bedroom, with my husband currently, it definitely enhances my mental for him to have that control. Like, take that from me. I don't want to be in bedroom leading you and telling you how to, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. At some point.
Take that away from me.
Right.
But when it comes to the house or bills in certain aspects that we're all paying them because we work together for a lot of stuff. So when it comes to just like orchestration of certain things, just like the kids and stuff like that, like
you like to have that. Yeah. That's like any true household. It's kind of like a balance. You know what I mean? But you have to be willing as the partner or the significant other to take that step back and see. You know what, my partner is good at doing A, B, and C. Oh, yeah. Let me take a step back and maybe have that conversation. Hey, I'm good at D and whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, what can I do? Can that be my thing? That's okay. It's okay to switch roles and reverse certain things. Yeah. That's okay. But
see, all of that you can get into it on that now.
No, because then they run. You be left on red. Like I'm
not think about it. Because a lot of them just want to.
You really don't even have
get into
it.
Yeah.
To that point, because what? Like people are on to.
It's not even going to come about. Like if you don't say hello correctly,
they be like, if you was like,
yeah.
Well, like you could be on one of our apps and be like, yo, and they'll be like, they won't even respond to me. It literally in the bio would be like, don't hit me with that, yo. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Like it's crazy. I mean, but who would approach somebody and want some yo?
I mean, well, but see, that's like I was about to say, like, if you really think about it, a lot of these apps and the people that's on them, their mindset. You're right. You thinking about what's their initial intention.
Right.
A lot of these people just want to have sex.
So maybe not. How is it from your perspective? Like,
why are you so horny?
Everybody.
Is it like that too?
That's lying to know. Is it like that on you guys?
Yeah. Really? Oh my God, it's even worst. Let me tell you, even it's to the point where they want to. I don't even think they want to play games anymore. It takes about a good 24 hours. Listen, okay, without saying names, I know you're gonna know who you are. So you did it. I'm sorry. You know I'm unhinged. I met this really cute guy, right? Long story short, everything was it was fine. Drinks were drinking, okay? This person was already probably intoxicated before I got here. So I understand the mind, yeah, like super pre-gas. I understand the mindset that they had. Not that this is who this person is, but I think the drinks made it just whoosh. Because I mean, off the gate, it took about a good 5 to 6 hours before he just came out with it. Like, I'm trying to
what is going on? I was going to bring pictures. Are they being exchanged? Like, you can say hello, fixed. Right.
No, you're in person, and this person is like, I'm trying to, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Clutching my no, I just met you. Like, who does that? Yeah. I'm like, okay, let me not, make it weird. I'm an adult. I'm mature about it. Okay, cool. That's not what I'm on. He's like, understood. We asked the conversation. We became friends after that. But me bringing up that story is like, these men nowadays are just pressed for that. And they'll say 100 times over, I ain't pressed for that. But that's the first thing you want, whether it's the game or
your entire motive.
I don't get it. And they want the nice girls who technically aren't going for that. Yeah. Get the ones that want to do it. You don't want to go after the ones that aren't really initially on that type of time. Yeah. I don't understand.
I think it bothers
you do you
the most when you'll say something like, you'll say this, but your actions aren't matching that. Mm-hmm. And so that's what that is to get them like, oh, well, I'm not really pressed about that. But we meet in person and you're getting to that point. That's when it's given. Mm-hmm. That bothers you just like could be enough if you to get in the door. My thing is
just enough.
You could just say that up front, and maybe you could get never like, this might be how I'm feeling.
Listen, I'm telling my son, listen, I don't care how this comes off, but if I ever have a son, I'm gonna tell him, you'll be more like of that man if you approach a woman with exactly what you want. Yeah. Figure out a way to come off. How are you gonna come off? Or come off, it is as it is. But let them know, like, my name is so-and-so. I'm not even trying to get into that. This is what I'm looking for. And let her be the judge of what she wants to do. But playing them games to get there is crazy to me. Now, if you want to be in a relationship and you want to date that person, it's not playing games. You're basically courting that person. Yeah. You're showing that person, listen, I'm interested in you. Mm-hmm. But if you're just trying to, smash and dash, make that your thing. Playing games is going to piss us off.
Yeah, be honest. And you know what? I think that's crazy. Like, I think that's where I know is where I am right now. Just tell me.
Yes. Come on now. We're adults. It's okay. You're not going to look bad. Yeah. I F with you more if you just be honest about yourself and what you want.
But for real, if I'm on a date now, it's not, personally, I don't see how anybody is looking for a relationship on a date now. I don't get it.
Unless you're on, what's that old one that people get on?
Yeah.
Single people need that? No, that's like me. U-Harmony. If you're on U-Harmony, I'm still. Yeah, that's still a thing.
E-Harmony.
Yeah, E-Harmony. It was a letter.
If you're on E-Harmony, it's like those sites, you're really looking. Because what's that actress from Half and Half? I forgot her name. From Half and Half.
Oh, yeah.
She's been on eHarmony. And like, it's impossible. So it's possible. But Hinge, Tinder, those aren't sites that you can, your initial thought or someone's initial thought really is like, let me find a serious relationship. You go in there hopeful. It is,
I don't feel like it was like that. Like, when I first was up there when I was single and I was on Tinder.
Yeah. Oh.
I never went. I've never been on Tinder.
Me either, or Hinge. I tried until I saw that they wanted you to pay. I was like, oh.
I don't feel like it was like that at first with that. Like some of those other apps like Jacked and Grindr, of course.
What's Jacked?
Oh yeah, you literally just want to fuck.
Oh.
Literally. Yeah. Literally our profiles on there where people are looking for like genuine friendships and relationships and stuff like that. But girl, it's impossible.
Can I make a profile and look for like?
No, it's just
why can't I look for gays?
You can. Okay. If that's your prerogative.
No, not like that.
People are liking The pigs. No.
Yeah.
I feel like no man.
I just want to watch. I'm watching all the Queen's game right now.
It's good.
And literally one of the ladies were in the strip club, and she were there to court one of the strippers to come to their house
Okay.
to fuck on her man.
Yeah. No.
And for them to have intercourse. Why don't
Penetration is crazy.
people like or they like?
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to go out of the country for that. So you could never see her again because that's crazy. Like, imagine we're in Whole Foods and we're like,
Yeah.
hey. No. Yeah.
So I guess you can say like maybe social media and dating apps do play a small part in it. You know, I mean, at least if it doesn't like affect it completely, it affects like focus from sincere values when it comes to like love languages and just genuinely connecting with people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
It warps a lot of people.
You know, I feel like that's literally what it is. You know, it's just a distraction, or it's just an altered way.
Distraction.
Yeah, it's just an altered. It's just a distraction. You gotta dive in. You gotta dive in. You gotta dive in. But like you said, it works. They dating apps and stuff out here are literally working to connect you.
Yeah.
So
They are.
I found my husband through a friend.
How was that game night?
Yeah. It's as that sounds. I found him through a friend. One of his friends that I was dating. You know what I mean?
I found Casper.
It wasn't intentional.
And me and Bear are doing great over here. Since I'm single. I found mine at Ghost Night.
Haunted house.
Yeah, there you go. I find mine at the Haunted House. What's me?
Good facts.
October need to hurry up. So we can
It seems like coming up.
Yes.
So we definitely want to hear your input on the 5 love languages. Feel free to share with us, comment down below what your love language is. We would definitely want to know how this has impacted you in your personal or relationship with your partners. If you do not have the pleasure of viewing us on YouTube or Instagram, please follow us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can always just listen to us in the car or just in the shower.
Prefer the car.
Prefer the car.
Yeah.
We thank you so much for having us. We thank our guests for being here. And until next time, when we are back,